Welcome to the Grace Life, guys. Okay, in this video, guys, we're going to be making a Glam window pane for inside the house. I have these wreath forms. They come 2 in a pack in the floral section of the Dollar Tree. I spray painted this in metallic silver. Okay, now this I got on sale at Michael's when they were open. For, I think I paid $1.97. It's a loop yarn. It was on sale, so I figured I can use that in my crafts, and so that's been working out really well. I got 4 of these 11 by 14 frames. Okay, I took these outside, guys, and I spray painted all 4. Now this in the garden section, you're gonna find these stakes. So I went ahead, spray painted this along with the frames in the metallic gold. Then I went back with Mod Podge and glitter, and that's what you're looking at here. So we're waiting for that to dry. Now before we start piecing these things together, like I said, I wanted to glam this out because the window pane I will be hanging inside the house. So I want to work with the wreath that is going to be hanging in the center of my window pane. Okay, so I'm going to move this aside just to get it out of our way and allow this part right here to dry, which is almost dry anyway. And then we're going to start decorating the wreath that's going to hang in the center of the wreath of the window pane. Okay, so we're going to glue, just to get this started, we're going to glue right here in the center. And we're just going to bring this yarn over. It's a very poofy yarn, and that's what I love about it. Okay, now this portion here, I think this was cut. I'm not sure. Oh no, this part isn't. This part was cut. So what I'm going to do is we're going to keep going and wrapping this around. And then periodically, I'm going to keep going back and just putting a dot of glue just to kind of hold that in place. So let's do that first. It's just easier to wrap it around this way. See? See how that looks, guys? It's not pretty. I don't have to do any poofing because it's already one big poof. You know, originally, I gotta tell you guys, when I first bought this at Michael's, I bought this to crochet because I crochet. When I got it home and I'm looking at it, like, what are those loops? Just thought I'd share. And then I said, I gotta be able to use that in the craft. So here we go. Here we are. Because I just don't know how to work with this yarn. And like, you can move them around any way that you want. Right about now you don't need to do anything. So guys, what I'm gonna do, since this is what we have so far, what I'm gonna do is continue wrapping that around, and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, so we're right about here. So what I'm gonna do is just put some glue right on these 3 prongs there. Isn't that absolutely beautiful, guys? Look at that. I don't have to do anything to this. And I didn't glue except for up here and down here. Okay, so we can move this around, which we won't need to, but. So this is what we have here. Now we're not done with it yet. Before we put it aside, I cut 4 strips of this bling wrap. Okay, you can get the bling wrap at the Dollar Tree. And I need to tell you, everything we're using to create this craft is down in the description box below. So, because I don't remember telling you what I was using. This way you know. So we're gonna take a strip and we're gonna wrap one here like this, one on the top here, and one on, so north, south, east, and west is what we're gonna do. Okay, now you could either separate it. I don't want you separated. If you're gonna try this at home, don't separate it too much because you do want to see the bling. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around. And basically I'm gluing. Let me put my silicone fingers on, guys. I got my silicone fingers. So hopefully, I can't find the third one for my thumb, but you know what? Hopefully I got to get used to these because they need to stretch out, but I'm loving them. And I got those at the Dollar Tree too, guys. So we just want to glue the bling wrap to itself. Look at that, and I'm not getting burned or nothing. I'm sorry. Okay, so you see what I mean? We want to put 4 of these on the wreath. Isn't that pretty? I love that. So then we're going to come up on top. We're going to do the same up here. Okay, that's just me, guys, because I can't feel my fingers with these things on. So see, so isn't that pretty? That is absolutely gorgeous. So now let's put the other 2. Okay, and that's what we have. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I don't believe that I want to do anything else to this. So we're going to go ahead and place this aside. What we're going to do is work with the frames first. So what we need to do here is I'm just going to put a dab, maybe 3 dabs of the fix-all adhesive. I got this at the Dollar Tree just so you could see what it looks like. So the fix-all adhesive works exactly like the E6000. It needs time to cure. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a few dabs of that just so that the frame can dry permanent. But we are going to use the hot glue because that will give you an instant stick, and so that will help us to keep working. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to glue these 2 together and then these 2 together. And because these are light, like there's no reason for me to do like heavy duty gluing. So I'm just putting that there to put my fingers back on. You don't need to go crazy with the glue because these paints hardly weigh anything. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to put some hot glue along the top here. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to line these up as best as we can. Once we have that, we squeeze together. Okay. We're going to turn these around because I'm going to show you how to secure these. Once we have these together, now remember there's 3 dots of fix all adhesive here, then we went with a line of the hot glue. But to secure this frame, we're going to use the popsicle sticks. These popsicle sticks, you could also find them at the Dollar Tree, okay? What we're going to do here is we're also going to use a dab or 2 of the fix all. Again, not too much. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use the hot glue. And what you're going to do here is you're going to place these right in between the frames. And that's going to give you a firmer hold. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull these tabs down, so they're not in my way. And then I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to pull them off. Well, these I can leave like that. Just the ones over here. So we're going to put a little bit of glue. 2 areas is fine. And then we're going to use some hot glue. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this in the back. Okay, like I said, I'm going to pull these tabs out. So this is how the back looks, but see, it's much more sturdier than you have this in the front. So now we're going to move on to that frame because we're doing 2 at a time. Okay, now we have 2 window panes that are glued together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to glue these 4 together, just like that. All right, and we're going to do it the same exact way as we did the first 2. So we're going to bring this over here. Only difference is that this is longer. Okay, so we're going to be gluing. We're going to put some dabs of the fix-all and then the hot glue going across. So we're going to do the same thing, it's just longer because we're working with 2 frames. And again, we don't have very much time, so we have to work a little bit quickly here because we don't want that hot glue to dry. So we need to connect these right away. And you only have a second to line this up. I don't want that to stick to anything. So now we go back with popsicle sticks. So now we're going to glue that down. I mean, you couldn't ask for a perfect, I mean, I'm just like, can't believe that. But you know what? I am gonna turn around and try to see if I can fit another piece there. Popsicle sticks, you can cut right through them with a scissor. So that one's perfect. And so we're gonna do a little bit here and some hot glue. Stick that right there. And we come over here. And so this is pretty sturdy. I mean, this is not, nobody's gonna be touching this wherever you place it. And they're so beautiful. You can make them so many different ways. And so now I'm gonna bend these tabs back the way they were because they didn't seem to be getting in my way, and nor you could see them, you can't see them because they're not really sticking out that far. So I'm good. Let me show you what we have before we start gluing the top part of this. So guys, this is the beginning of the window pane. It's a nice size because I got the 11 by 14, so this is really nice. And like I said here, I'm gonna be pulling that stuff away when I clean it up to show you guys. So now we're gonna start on the top part of the window pane. Now I'm going to be working with it upside down because I need to have a handle on it this way. So I'm going to turn this around, okay, because we are going to glue this window pane from the back like this. All right, so it's upside down, but it won't be. Okay, so now here's what happens here. We're going to pull these tabs down because we don't want them in our way. That's the first thing we're going to do. Okay, then we're going to put some glue here and here and here and here. See how far down? So you want to see how far down you need to go with the glue. So from what I can see, you need to come as far down as the first tab right here. So you need to come down as far down as the first tab. And you need to be also gluing in the inner part here. Let's see how this holds, because we may need to use popsicle sticks to hold these in place. But pretty much it's a perfect fit, okay? So I'm gonna move this and we're gonna start using the glue. We work with the top first and then we work with the sides. And the reason why you lay the fix-all adhesive down first is only because the hot glue dries too fast. Okay, so we're going to come over here and we're gonna start out. I'm gonna go ahead and put glue over here, but we can always go back. Remember, we need to work quick because hot glue dries too fast. Okay, I'm gonna lay that down exactly where I want it. On the top first, and then, okay, so it looks like okay, so this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to glue this side down first. gonna glue the middle down. And we're gonna come over here, and that's where we're gonna need that's where we're gonna need this. Okay. We're gonna glue the stick down here. Push the tab down so it's out of our way. Glue this piece here, move it in, because we see how we need that wooden stick to hold this part of the stake. Once this dries, it'll be able to hold the pane, the stake. Now, having this part of this stake doesn't bother me at all. If it does you can always cut these off before gluing it to the top of the frame. I find that it gives support to the whole thing, so that's why I didn't cut it off. So this one's gonna need some more glue here, so I'm gonna be right back with you in a few minutes. All right, guys. Here we are. Now, let me tell you what I did. I went ahead, and because I didn't cut this part out, which I didn't want to cut it out, like again, these stakes here that go in the ground, their support for this top part here. So I definitely knew I wanted them, but they're just slightly off, slightly smaller, I mean, than the frame, so they didn't line up correctly. And even though I used the wooden popsicle stick on this side as support, it wasn't enough. So what I did was I grabbed 3 zip ties, and now we're totally secure. Now on this side, you can see the zip ties on this side. It's kind of camouflaged a little bit because I went back and spray painted it with the gold paints. So we're done with this part here. I'll go back and clean it up. And pull some of the glue strings, and also some of the excess glue. So now we're going to lay the frame back this way, because now it's time to decorate this part here. And let me show you what I'm going to do. At the Dollar Tree, they have these silver picks. I'm going to hold the bag upside down only because it's open on this side, but they have these silver picks right here. 36 come in the bag. And what I did is I took one of these picks and I just popped off the fork part, because the top part is very decorative to me and we can decorate with it. All right. So even though this is upside down, I already know the placement of everything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue these down exactly. I'll show you what I mean. Because now is the fun part for me. I love decorating. I broke off 9. I believe that's 9 is the number I needed. I'm not used to these silicone fingers yet. And like guys, you can decorate this any way that you want, put anything that you want on them. It doesn't have to be gold. It could be any color you want. I'm just giving you an idea. You guys can run with it. Also, you'll see on the end over here, let me just show you that because most people cut it off. It doesn't bother me at all. You see, these stakes have connectors on the side because all of them connect into each other, so you can use them outside in the ground. I left mine because these don't bother me at all. You have them on both sides. Most people cut them off, so that's totally optional, up to you. They don't bother me, so I left them there. Just wanted to show you that because I didn't cut those off. Now, I'm gonna put some of these gems over here because here's what I'm gonna do. In these circular motion things, you know, these circles that we have inside of this stake here, I'm going to put a gem. I'm going to place a gem, and then we'll be done with this portion of it. Okay guys, so this is what we have. I went ahead and I touched up the area where the paint came up, and then I went ahead and put the gems. Then we went ahead and put the picks right along here. And again, you already know that I Mod Podged this with glitter. Then I decided that wasn't enough because this is a very big window pane. So I went ahead and put a strip of the bling wrap going down and then across. Okay, now usually the wreath or whatever you hang from it is usually hung from the top up here. I don't know, I was almost thinking I wanted it here. Let's see. Not here? Okay, I think my son likes it over here. So like here is a good spot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just run the same thing, the same ribbon, I should say yarn that I use to, let's see how much I need, because this is a very long pane here. So let me just move this up. I am absolutely loving this ribbon for crafting purposes. I don't know how to use it, but definitely came in handy for this craft. Since this came apart here, I'm just going to tie a knot. Okay, so that's already there. What we're gonna do, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me show you guys. All right, you see how this loops this way and this way? I'm gonna go underneath and loop it on top, then go underneath and loop it on top. That will hold the wreath. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that beautiful, guys? I absolutely love it. Look at this. This is so nice. Maybe what I should do is glue this a little bit. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let me just glue that, and then I'm gonna clear everything off and display this for you. I am so excited over this piece. So we're gonna put some glue there, and then we're just gonna hold that down. I'm not even sure if I'm getting anything. Yeah, I am. Okay. The glue strings. Well, you know, you crafters know the glue strings. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this up, clear the area up and place it so that you guys can take a really good look at it. I am very excited about this piece. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, share the video, click like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.